spiritual control the physical. Spirituality is something that a lot of people don't really understand, that this life that we are living is being controlled spiritually. Now physically the manifestation is just happening. Sometimes a lot of people has been tied spiritually. Physically they do all sorts of things for a living without succeeding. They do all manner of businesses without getting through. They try all their possible means to achieve one particular thing in their life without succeeding. They try all the things, like they walk like an elephant and eat like ants, still wondering why things is happening like that in their life. Sometimes most people always keep finding this particular thing very easier, or thinking that all is okay, not knowing that spiritually whatever they are passing through in this physical life is being controlled, is being monitored, is being tied down spiritually, and that is why their life is more difficult in the physical realm. Now in today's video I'm going to share with you on the spiritual way you can untie yourself. You can untie yourself from every manner of things that you are going through, every manner of negativity, disappointment, failure, lack of favor, and every down thing that you are going through in life. Alright, now sometimes again, a lot of people, when you share some spiritual exercise, they felt that they keep reasoning like, oh Lady P, does this thing really work? Does this thing really exist? Does this thing really this? Now I came to ask this question: how can you be in a one particular condition or one particular situation, either health-wise or financial or any means, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, yet that particular thing keeps happening? You came in a family whereby everybody in the family are the same. Nobody is greater than each other. Nobody can say, okay, I can help my siblings. Nobody can say, okay, I can be able to afford a particular thing in a family. You came to a family whereby all the ladies in the family, they are both 30, 40, 50 years, 60. And they are all in their father's house without getting married. You came in a family whereby that all the wives that got married into the family, they found it difficult before they have their children, and you thought these things is normal. Yes, sometimes we neglect this part of spirituality because a lot of people thought this part is diabolic or is fetish. That is why we are thinking that everything is normal, or that is why a lot of people are neglecting this part, not knowing that spirituality is very different from religion. This spirituality has been in existence before religion, so you can as well be religious without being spiritual. All right, you can be whosoever you are. That is your title without being spiritual. So spiritual life is very, very different from anything that has to do with religion or with anything that has to do with belief. That is what you attach to your spiritual exercise to make the manifestation instantly. So guys, in today's video I want to share with you an amazing recipe based on the constant messages I got on my WhatsApp, like, oh, these have been tied, I went to the so place, I was told that the enemy tied me, they tied my womb, they tied my finances, they tied everything. So this particular recipe is just generally for everybody. So if you are going through some particular thing, or if you are going through some issues, and you felt that yes, this issue you have tried based on your physical exercise, not that you are not praying. Yes, prayer is very, very important in every human's life. All right, but when you are praying, try to attach spiritual exercise into your prayers, spiritual manipulation, spiritual practical, in your prayers, in order to get an instant result. Okay, now based on that, if you felt that you are tied spiritually or physically, because how do you know that spiritually you have been tied? Is your physical manifestation on earth. You want to travel abroad, you process the first paper, they cancel it, process. You have done more than 20 visas, none of them was approved. Is it not the same visa that another person did and he got it? Does it mean that your own sin, does it mean that your own atrocities is more than that person? So these are the things that you need to sit yourself down, reason it, to know where your problems comes from and how to deal with it. Spiritually and physically, you will find life very easier. So this recipe is an amazing spiritual exercise on how you can untie yourself from everything that you are going through. Whether you have been tied by spirit, whether you have been tied by human, by God's grace Almighty, the God of the universe, the God of heaven and earth, believe you me, with this exercise, with your prayer and your belief, you are going to untie yourself perfectly and very, very effective. So stay tuned while I share with you. Thank you all for joining my channel. If today is your first time, thank you very much. My name is Promise. So I greet you, depending on wherever you are watching me from. I love you and God bless you. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much. Thank you for always being here. Please do subscribe, turn on the bell notification to join the full family. I promise you, you are not going to regret it. In this particular space, I talk about spiritual things and natural things, how to use natural things for these uses. So thank you and welcome to my channel. So guys, in doing this particular exercise of untying yourself from every spiritual manipulation that have tied you, like I said, sometimes people can be tied by spirit, people can be tied by human. Now how do I mean by spirit and human? Now sometimes you'll be suffering from what you don't know, what your forefathers, what you inherited from your generation. So this has to do with spiritual. This is not something that you did. This is not something that a physical human being that have learned on you. No. This is something that you inherited. This is something that you benefited from your family. This is something that you were born with. You wasn't even there when the mistake was done, or you wasn't even there when the words was spoken. But because you are from that lineage, because you come from that particular family, you begin to suffer those things. Now, human beings can as well tie people. How? Now, because of some wicked things that is happening in this life, a lot of people look at their fellow human being, because sometimes they have guessed the destiny of the person. Sometimes they have done a lot of research and say, oh, this person is succeeding, this person is doing good, this person, oh, why my children is not doing well? Okay, let everybody remain the same. They will go spiritually to tie you. You discover that before you are doing business very well, and all of a sudden the business collapse. Your marriage was all about sweetness and romantic. All of a sudden, hate and fighting and domestic violence everywhere. When you go out as a young lady, you see a lot of suitors coming to you. All of a sudden, if you like, dress naked and go outside, nobody is going to look at your face. So these are the things that you need to sit yourself as down, ask yourself, what is really wrong with me? So guys, without wasting your time, so I try to explain this part because I got a lot of questions on this particular aspect, so I want to really address it, okay? Now this is what you need to do. Go to the market, buy native salt, those salt that when you buy it, they will put it in a nylon and tie it, okay? Those so that when you put it, when you go to either they measure it, but if you can get the local one, fine. But if you cannot, go to those women or those people that sell salt that you can measure, go and buy your salt. Let them put it in a nylon for you and tie it. With that, you can untie yourself. Now another thing you need, go and buy a new broom. I told you in most of my video, broom, you see, is highly spiritual, and it has a lot of spiritual benefits, which I've really explained a lot about that. If you want to know more, please go through my videos. You are not going to regret it. So guys, when you get these two items, this is what you are going to do. At night when you want to sleep, when you know that you are done for the day, this is time for me to rest, this is time for me to sleep, get that salt, stand barefoot, open that salt. No, before you open that salt, sorry, you are going to sell this word. From today, I don't know whoever that tied me. I don't know wherever they have tied me. Spiritually, physically, whether I've been tied by spirit, whether I've been tied by human, tonight I am untying myself. Tonight I am losing myself. As far as my hands are clean, any man or woman, spirits that have tied my destiny, that have tied my glory, that have tied my whatever that God has destined me to be in this life, tonight I am untying myself. I am using this particular thing as a point of contact to untie myself. Salt is something that human spirit, everyone deal with. All right, so after you say this, you make other prayers that you wish to make, then untie that particular salt. All right, now you can buy the salt that will be enough for you for 7 days. So this exercise has to go for 7 days. Now when you don't untying the salt, okay, don't pull it out from the nylon, leave it from inside the nylon. Now get your new broom, get a bucket of water. All right, put bucket of water. Now use your bare hand to take any pinch of that salt, put inside that water. Now when you put inside that water, now you are going to boil another water. So what I mean is that water that you are going to use for this has to be warm, has to be hot anyway, but let it not be cold. So after you do this, you can boil water and mix it to make it warm or cold, depend on you. Now when you done this, keep the broom on the floor, then stand on that broom, new broom, not the one that you have used before. Now stand on the broom or in the broom and make this declaration as you are standing in this broom, that as you are going to bed with this water, you are bathing spiritually wherever they have tied you. Okay, now use that water to bath. After bathing, don't clean your body, and when you are bathing, don't use soap and don't use sponge. Then after that, okay, now you are going to keep that salt. Don't tie the salt again, please. Just leave it open, but keep it in a place where it will not pour or where people will not go and make use of it. Now for the broom, keep it in a safe place. That is what I mean in total. Now when you keep it at a safe place, like I said, you have to go with this for 7 days. Then when you keep it, the next day you continue this process. The next day you continue this process. You are going to keep doing this particular thing for 7 days. Now when you get to 7 days, all right, now you are going to, by the time you have already finished the salt, now for the broom, you are going to use that broom, go to a road, a main road, scatter the broom everywhere. But let's assume you are living in a place where you cannot go to the road. Get that broom burned. After burning that broom, pack the ashes of that broom, dig a ground and pour it. Now let's assume you cannot dig a ground because of people that is not living in Nigeria. You can as well, after you done burning it, pack everything. You can now tie it in a black nylon, put it in your bill, or you put it in your toilet and flush it out, and see how by God's grace what is going to happen. Before you do this assignment, let me tell you, you are going to have a lot of dreams. Yes. So your dreams will tell you, yes, you are really doing a spiritual liberation for yourself. You are still doing something that you want to do to get yourself free from every manipulation. Alright, so try this amazing way. It's very, very effective. Let me tell you, most of the time spiritual things look very childish. Yes, sometimes it looks very something that is, but that is a way of life. That is the fastest solution to everything that people or we human beings are going through in life. So this is one of the amazing way on how spiritually you can untie yourself from wherever you have been tied, from any situation that you are going through, and you will be free and free forever. So I wish you success as you go ahead to do this. I pray that God Almighty will answer your prayer and grant all your heart desire. I wish you good luck and I wait your testimony. Please don't forget to come to the comment section to say your prayers. Most of you that comes to my WhatsApp to share testimonies of prayers, because of my busy schedule, I don't mostly have time to come back to start posting. So always make it a duty to go to the comment section. Did you know why? That will give others hope. Not because of me anyway, but that will encourage people that yes, there is hope, there is situation, there is solution to whatever situation they are going through. So I wish you success as you go ahead to do this. Thank you and God bless you. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe and share, and see you in the next video. Stay blessed.